Starting the day at Ha Long Bay, we got here from Sapa. It was a really quick journey. We left at like 10 p.m. So basically, we got to Ha Long Bay at around 6 in the morning, and the cruise wasn't until 11 in the morning. So we kind of just meandered around the little port area, which looks really dead, and it's very interesting. It's almost as if they planned for there to be a lot of tourism in that area, but it ended up not happening. So it was just pretty much a ghost town with nothing to do. Everything was closed, even though it was nearing 11 in the morning. And yeah, it was strange. But once we got on the cruise, it was really great. I can't recommend it enough. Are those bats? Are those bats, Esteban? Those are bats, right? Oh, yeah, they are bats. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Since we opted for a 3-day, 2-night cruise, there was a lot of activities, so every morning there was something to do. The first morning, they took us to a location called the Dark and Bright Cave, which is located in Lan Ha Bay, which is part of the Cat Ba Archipelago in Haiphong, Vietnam. And most of these formations are made out of limestone. And at night, there were activities such as squid catching and karaoke and lots of delicious food, so we really couldn't complain. Unlocked. All right, bon appetit. Okay, so I just eat this?
Yeah.
I'm eating gold. Next day, falling completely in line with the cruise and the 3-day itinerary, which was so perfect, they took us to Cat Ba Island, and in Cat Ba Island, there is a cave / a area called the Trung Caves. What's really fascinating about these caves is that they were used during the wartime, during the Vietnamese and American War. But on top of that, if you just go through it, you can see all of these really strange curvatures and formations that most caves don't have. This is like very local stuff. If I could give one recommendation, it would be to come as early as possible here because the heat is no joke. And we came around midday and we were just totally unhappy with the heat, dripping, and yeah, not a good look.
So I'm here at dinh, as you can see behind me. It was around 300 dong to see this entire, I guess, park, location, area, which is very cool. And I would say it's worth it, even though it's really hot. It's very beautiful to just come here. There's a lot to see. There's a lot of temples and a lot of walkways. I will say though that it is a bit hot in Vietnam, so just keep that in mind for when you're traveling here.
So a lot of people will call Ninh Binh the Halong Bay on land, and this is just because you see so many beautiful mountains and caves and fields and hidden temples, and it just feels like a fantasy land. But if you go to Halong Bay, which is one of the biggest icons in Vietnam, there's just so many dramatic views of mountains, and the fact that you can just have those kind of views is kind of crazy, but it's absolutely one of those places that is worth the hype. And I left Vietnam kind of wanting to stay longer. It's absolutely one of my favorite countries in Asia, and I highly recommend it.